Welcome to 2017 Stage Right. We're so happy you guys are here. My name is Lane Satterfield. I'm the program director and the teacher.
I'm Denai Carter. I am one of the Stage Right teachers as well.
I'm Matt Polson. I'm the videographer.
My name is Katrina Carol Lewis. I'm also a Stage Right teacher.
And I'm Heather Falks, and I'm the Stage Right teacher.
We want to thank all of you who are here. We want to thank the students who you're going to find out are pretty brilliant. And we want to especially thank Capital One, Anonymous, and UPS Freight. Thank you, teachers, Susan Dameron, Charles Solomon, all of the people in your program. And without further ado, Mike and Siobhan, are you ready? Yes. Let's take it away.
Community is like a machine. It takes love to make it better. It reproduces more people than chickens have feathers. But it starts with me and the we, the family within the community. It relies on unity. Community is destiny. Community is me.
Community means more than just a word to me. It's like being home with people you know and learning more within each other. Community is built off love, faith, hope, communication, and so much more. Giving back, planting trees, building more within the community, becoming a family from now until the end of time.
I'm not a politician. I only want to help relieve the suffering in communities. And I want to help people see their community in each other. Russell Simmons.
Once upon a time, there was a boy who had a clinically depressed friend. Every day, the boy would tell his friend that everything was going to be okay, even occasionally crying alongside him. Until one day, the boy offered a prepaid therapist that he had to help. His friend declined the offer for fear of making the situation worse. Due to this, the friend took up self-harming as a coping method, a means of escape from the pain. And because of this, the boy did nothing but support his friend for fear of pushing him over the edge with criticism. Until finally, his destructive vices went too far. Ever since that day, the boy gets professional help for any friend in need. Please, be like that boy. Don't wait. I wish that teens would somehow become more educated on mental issues and how to effectively help a friend in need. Because sometimes actions really do speak louder than words.
This is a piece by Kiara Brandon. Children are the future, and if they are not alive, doing what they love in a good community and state of mind, where are we? Since America is a free country, I would like to give children opportunities in the U.S., like adopting children from different parts of the world. It's sad to go on social media and see children from other countries dying from hatred, attacks, and explosions. Everyone deserves to live, especially children.
Today I want to speak to you about killings. Regardless of the motive for the crime or the kind of crimes the killings need to stop. We are all equally different and we all go through challenges in life. We were all given the opportunity to live but not to take a life. I'm speaking more for my people. I see you guys fight and bully people, yet you expect others, mainly whites, to treat you with respect. When you fight over girls or something they said or how you felt because of what they said, you are representing all black people. When we don't carry ourselves properly or respectfully, we are sending messages to people that we are careless and destructive. You don't get accepted for acting like animals. You and your community, your people, get downgraded.
Halshel Marsh, a 17-year-old senior at Oswald High School. He was raised in a natural family that didn't believe in common medicines or vaccines. He is the oldest of 3 sisters, 1, 7, and 10. One day, coming home from school, he finds his younger sister coughing and covered in red spots. Though his mother said it was just a rash, he knew it was something deeper than that. Within 2 days of discovering his sister's illness, his other sisters had become affected as well. Steering clear, he researched and was terrified of the likelihood of death. He confronted his parents and begged them to find professional help. Unable to persuade his parents, he took his sister to the hospital. Fact, with the help of vaccines, they have eradicated polio and smallpox. New and underutilized vaccines can stop nearly 4 million deaths.
I want to speak with you about deportation because I think it's wrong. I don't think people should have to move because of skin color. They have goals, and they shouldn't have to be forced to live somewhere else.
My topic is pollution, because where I used to live, the young kids would play around where the people threw their garbage. And if I could address this, I would say that we need to keep the area clean for the kids of the future.
Today I'm going to speak about education because I see a lot of underclassmen not taking school seriously, walking the halls. I like the fact that 9th graders are following or looking up to seniors, but they're not following the right ones. The seniors should tell the underclassmen to go to class and make good grades because when they do become seniors, they will not have to catch up. My GPA is not where I want it to be, and that's because once I walked into high school, I did not care. Now that I'm thinking about going to college, I have to work even harder to show that I'm ready. If I could address my community, I would say don't follow the wrong people and go to class.
Stop doubting and write. Don't give a damn about other people's interpretations of your reality because theirs has nothing to do with you. But if this is true, then why does the grip on my reality feel so loose? You're only as strong as you see yourself, and anyone's rich depending on what you define as wealth. So why am I still poor, black, and discriminated? My death should not be anticipated. Gathered in cages, systematically slaughtered. This is not the reality I created for me or for my daughter. Sadly, nothing more than a dream stripped from my reality, a dream deferred by values no longer reserved. The objectification of women creating life has become a fad, displayed and promoted as if it were an ad, exploited for cash. Ha, a dream deferred, more like a dream I should never have. Because sometimes reality adds delusion to perception. I guess it's time to get up from the bed that you slept in.
I want to speak about understanding mental disabilities. As a person with Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism, I feel deeply personally hurt when people are angered or upset when someone says or does something due to a mental disability.
A piece by Jayla Daniels. I'm going to talk about brainwashed African Americans because some of them are a little educated about their skin color. If I could speak to my community, I would definitely address the younger kids about what's cool and what's not. When I see young men sagging their pants, it makes me feel so upset because it digs way deeper than when prisoners do it. It didn't first start in prison. It started with slavery. And a lot of people don't know that. Another thing that bothers me is light skin versus dark skin battle. A lot of darker girls don't think that they are cute enough. Why do you need to have white in your skin to be beautiful? When the Willie Lynch letter was written, he stated that he wanted to make light-skinned Negroes and dark-skinned Negroes go against each other. Now, in 2017, that battle is still going on.
I want to talk about the educational materials in my school community. We need new materials like books, so the kids can learn from up-to-date materials instead of out-of-date materials.
If I could address my community, I would say that anyone should express their love physically and emotionally. Due to the First Amendment, the freedom of religion, people take this right to the extreme and attack other people based on their opinions, ideas, or sexuality. I feel sadness and anger towards people who take away our happiness, our joy, our love, and our identity. It is as if they are trying to make everyone stay on the same path.
A piece by Kiara Brandon. Why kill each other? Being an African American is already hard. So why kill your brother or your sister? Fighting each other over things that don't matter? And for what? It's difficult for a black woman to make it because of the color of their skin. So why kill each other? We can help one another. We can't say Black Lives Matter if we, black people, are killing the next black person.
If you have kids, take care of them. Buy your kids clothes. Don't abuse them. Don't do drugs. If you don't want kids, use protection. If you have them and don't want them, don't hurt them. Call child services and they will help you. If you need help parenting, take classes. Raise and love your children.
My problem is about young people with guns. I feel they shouldn't have them because all they do is shoot people and don't know how to act.
Everybody's self-conscious. People so stressed to impress like what they gonna think of me next. Everybody label me like plastic. We can extend ourselves so far like elastic, it's a shame we popping rubber bands. But on the other hand, I'm sure it'd be the same if you put the shoe on the same foot of another man. We need some realizations, self-innovation. Nobody wanna feel anymore. Emotions carry too much intimidation. Everyone got open wounds. They use drugs for stimulation. Mental renovations are being made, no longer a slave.
Community is and must be inclusive. The great enemy of community is exclusivity. Groups that exclude others because they are poor, or doubters, or divorced, or sinners, or some different race or nationality are not communities. They're cliques. M. Scott Peck.
I am of the opinion that my life belongs to the community. And as long as I live, it is my privilege to do it for whatever I can.
Who am I? Socorro Monroe, a young African-American female with hopes for the future. Many things changed through my life, spiritually and mentally, such as worrying about my health, or changing my appearance, or finding out who I truly am on the inside. Some things I keep to myself, hidden, because I wouldn't want anyone to judge me in a particular way. But honestly, what happened to me defined who I am as a person.
I believe that each of us has at least one person who changes their view on life, even if it's a tiny bit. For me, this person was a frizzy-haired girl named Mary. I've always been a creative, random kid, but when it came to people my own age, I was rather cold. It had gotten to the point where I believed that adults should be treated with absolute respect, and kids should be treated with respect and logic and reason to gain the respect. I never took other kids' emotions into consideration. My responses had almost no filter, and I often hurt people without realizing it. They didn't treat me nicely. Why should I treat them the same? It was always a struggle between treat people the way you want to be treated and treat people the way they treat you. Unfortunately, the latter usually won. I did have a few friends, but we shared interest in Beyblades. Nothing emotionally past that. I simply didn't care about people outside of my family and close friends. This all changed over the course of 3 days. The first day was spent seeing that she was almost exactly like me. The main difference being that she cared about people no matter what. She set the example of what I could be and would always call me out on how mean I was. On the second day, I thought about the outlook she showed me, and I foolishly rejected it. And doing so, I drove her away on the third day. I can't remember much before it, but almost every day after was spent thinking about her. Strange she is, the first day opened my eyes, and the second changed what they saw.
When I was in middle school, I was surrounded by students with whom I really didn't get along. As I tried to fit with the little group of friends I had, there were a few things in my way. Being shy, trying to focus on this and that, and not standing up for myself. I started to watch different types of TV shows and began to pay attention to the conversations. How to start one, how to keep it going, and how to end it. It helped me start my own conversation with my friends. It helped me talk with my parents and deal with my problems.
When I moved to Virginia, I thought it would be nice, but middle school was horrible. I was being bullied with no one to help me, so I learned to ignore people and stay to myself. I'm better now. I smile a lot. I'm just naturally happy. I do it when I'm happy, sad, and angry. I know I'm sad, but why show it all the time? I'd rather smile than frown.
A time when my life has changed was when I participated in my 5th grade talent show.
for an after-school program. I did it because I really love to sing and dance. Ever since I was 5 years old, I knew I wanted to sing, and by doing that talent show, I gained confidence in myself. After that, I stopped and I lost confidence after a few years and started to get stage fright. Now, I don't think I can ever get on stage well, at least I hope I can, which I am on now.
A time when something changed for me was in the 10th grade when I decided to focus on my education because I know my grandmother wouldn't want me to do better.
I lay there helplessly and in pain as my innocence was stolen from me. Surrounded by darkness and loneliness, like a child frightened by their greatest fear, a monster, Satan hovering over me, eyes closed tight, thinking it's a dream, heart racing, trying to catch up to every beat, from every touch he had laid on me, not being able to speak out or scream. It felt like I was swallowing blades and my throat was ripping to shreds. At that moment, I wasn't thinking that fast. If only I had the strength to call for help. But no, I was too scared of what she might do. Raising 3 on her own with 2 jobs, stressed out by this homosexual fool. Ever since I was 7, my heart was torn into 2. Trying to find bits and pieces of who I am. Cause in my childhood, I was just growing up too fast. But I had to stay strong for my brothers, too young to believe the truth or understand. Now I'm 18, I left that all in the past. But till this day, a part of my heart still aches for justice I never had. Because he knew what he did and walk around like nothing ever happened, and it scarred me for life. He had always been messed up in his head, but he knew what he did wasn't right. The way I was raised to forgive but never forget. In the years to come, inner self-work will be my only escape. Despite this tragedy, look at what you see. You should see what a smart, beautiful lady I became, and I stand here today to say, I'm here to tell my story. No need to feel sorry. It was heartbreaking for me because the person that was supposed to take care of me and supposed to protect me, he betrayed my trust. Speak out against what is wrong and try to take action to protect those who you love and yourself. I have turned my anger inside to drive to succeed. I am responsible and capable of doing things on my own, striving to accomplish goals to inspire my dreams. I want to use my voice and positive energy to talk to other survivors about never letting any obstacle like this stop them from making something out of themselves. Even at times, they still might hurt. Never let it get in the way of your dreams or let it determine your worth.
Don't underestimate the power of your vision to change the world. Whether that world is your office, your community, an industry, or a global movement. You need to have the core belief that what you contribute can fundamentally change the paradigm or way of thinking about problems. Leroy Hood.
I am an African warrior with a tongue for a sword and a bear in the forest of a city, leaving the competition green within me. I walk as a giant, but smirked by the skyscrapers of my achievements. I wonder, what do people see, my awards or me? I'm known for jokes and setting a mood in mind for constant progression. But the thing no one knows is I'm hiding something. Depression. My mind is in a recession. Deprivation of a mother's love, negotiation about what I'm doing wrong, different people singing the same song. But I am not a robot. Programmed to follow orders, so much on my shoulders, but I collapse like old ruins. I play games to calm my brain and keep me sane, but I am not a robot.
I will always be the best me. There's no other Chloe. I am unique. When I step outside, I smell the fresh air. I spin around as I smile and glare at the sky. Watching the clouds move, thinking about life's fights, nobody can handle weaknesses like me. I hide it and it's tucked underneath this tough skin. A special lady told me that it's time to put on my big girl pants.
My name is Jasmine, by the way. J is for the flower, white as snow. A is for intoxication, strong scent. S is for sugar, vanilla skin. M is for me. I is for inspiring. N is for nice. And E is for envy.
I am blue because of my feelings, and they are peaceful. I am like a mystical dragon of wisdom and peace. I am like rain because I am calm and gentle. And sometimes I'm fierce. I walk in the world like a stamp because I will leave my imprint.
I am from Domino's, Janello's, and Tombstone. From the sunflower, strawberry, and blueberry. I am from watching TV with my family on the cozy beige couch and playing kickball at the park in New Jersey on 4th of July. I am from sarcasm, high cheekbones, and the elevation of the voice. From Nasir and the twins, Hashim and Tashim. From you are artistic and sensitive. From do as I say and not as I do. And from having good grades will get you somewhere. I am from agnosticism, the Baptist church, and reading Bible scriptures. From Tennessee and RVA. I am from hot dog and pork and beans, hamburger helper, and chicken and rice and a lettuce wrap. And you dip it in fish sauce, and it's good. I am from my aunt rushing my mom to the hospital when her water broke 2 months early with my sister. The scrapbook in the china case. A mirror collage of my family at my aunt's house, and a collage of my mom at the top of the stairs.
I am from the Sunny Wars and Raws, from Weeds and Air. I am from eating with family, from Brenda, Deja, and Pam. I'm from anger and fighting with each other, from Santa is real and look both ways. I'm from Hampton Roads and Newport News, the closest child of the 7 Cephas family children. My mom was a nurse for elderly people, and my dad was a carefree blue-collar worker.
I walk slow because I am not graceful. I am every life, every spirit, every name. It is enjoyable to be short. Swinging my feet will pass time. My skin is a definition of black girl magic. My personality is a variety of reality. My home is an expectation bigger than my current destination.
Standing at 5 feet 1 inches, short and sprout with the heart of gold. Shining with beams of sunlight, bright as any sunflower. I am strutting with my head held high, smiling from ear to ear. Roots deep as the sedimentary layer of the earth.
I am from a product of seeds and playing in the dirt. I am from the brightness of the sun, the sunflower, and from the district farm that suffered from when the boy ran to the field. I am from, and long only until we eventually passed away from thirst, from a rich flower family that's been here since Adam and Eve shook hands with MLK and fought in the war, dying of poison gas in Richmond, Virginia. I am a boy saying he's going to be a man, but by the time he hit puberty, stuff began to hit the fan. He talked a lot with his voice so deep, but before he never made a sound, not a peep. From whenever he talks, he prays he will not choke. From there were always bullies saying what goes up must come down. I am from learning what to do when I think about how to act. From why do trees do what they do, and a flag waving day and night so it doesn't spill in a red liquid known as blood. We are those flowers still growing towards the sun.
I am but a speck of humanity, living in a lower class family, braced by the culture and sanity. Seeing how I'm bulky and large, I'm either out being a football star or breaking into cars, so my future's not going far. I am but a brownie in the sea of pastries. This ambitious bread is breaking me out of this bakery. A teddy bear always causing a scare, but in reality, I'd never harm a hair. The giant shadow casting shade over there, sporadically walking and talking, ideas sparking like a storm in the mind of Stephen Hawking or a pack of baby wolves barking. I am but a boy finding my way in this world today, either sleeping or blowing up like Michael Bay. But in the end, I only have one thing to say. Look out for my new mixtape by Thompson Gray. It'll be on iTunes, Google Play.
We have all known the long loneliness, and we have found the answer is community. Dorothy Day.
This world is ours. It must be avoided. This world of ours must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate, and be instead a proud confederation of mutual trust and respect. Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Dear centipedes, you're creepy crawling on the walls and on the sink one time when I was brushing my teeth. It's gone far enough! You little scary monster in the shape of a bug hybrid, always hiding in the living room and popping out of nowhere as soon as I do a 360. All I ask is for you to leave me alone. Quit following me. You followed me to bug me in school, no pun intended, in the bedroom, and one time one of your people bit my dad on his eyelid. I just ask that you get you and your big spider homie to go before I go full raid on you. Now, I don't believe that you could stay here and make me believe that I believe that you could stay, which you believe was true. Well, I know one thing. You should believe that you better go before I blast you. Sincerely, Benjamin Williams.
Dear unknown, I don't know who you are or what you want. Maybe that's why I hate you so. Everywhere I go, you follow, leading me down a single path while forcing me of thinking what's at the end of it. Once I reach the end, 3 more paths and options arise. My mind races with the thoughts of what could have happened, or hell, what could happen. Why can't you show me who you are? Why are you here? Why aren't you here? I just need answers, please. I know that I don't know, but knowing that only makes not knowing worse. I don't know if this letter will get to you, or if I'll be here to receive a reply, or if I even decide to mail this at all. But whatever happens, I'm pretty sure you know the outcome. I think that's the scariest part. Sincerely, Savon.
Dear Black Crow, why are you hidden in the shadows? The only time you come out is when food is present. As you peck your beak into something new, now you have a whole crew of flocks. You represent death, but why should I be afraid? I'm sick of your poop. I don't want to be the one that scoops. I hate when you fly because when your wings expand, they take up the sky. I'm just saying, but I might be playing. Psych! No, I'm not. Let me enjoy some days without you. Pick on someone your own size. Coco.
Dear multiple things set out to ruin me. Death, time, fear, and dark loneliness. You are all very frightening. Fear, you are the most, if not the cause of all of my problems. The fear of time running out. The fear of dying before I live my life. The fear of being alone in the dark. My thoughts and eyes trick me. You all team up and defeat me. I don't have the slightest clue when you're going to attack. You taunt me, and fear deceives me with comforting, welcoming arms. One day, I won't be afraid, and it will be after I accomplish my goals. I won't be alone in the dark, and time will cease or go in slow motion. And it will be I backing you into a corner. Sincerely, Miracle with the drive of motivation and growing confidence.
Dear Code, I don't how you feel. You disappointing. See you in a bit. Q.
A piece by Asia. Dear bacon, pizza, and spaghetti. I'm going to miss you. I can't have you anymore because you give me heartburn. Now, I have to find something to replace you all. I don't know how I'm going to replace you, bacon. You're my favorite food. I can replace pizza with cherries and spaghetti with strawberries, but bacon, I think I'm going to keep you. I can't give you up, especially since I can have you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Your biggest fan, Savon.
A piece by Amaya. Dear stage fright, one day I'll get over you, and I'll be able to sing in front of people or stand tall. The day I get over you, you have no more power over me. Coco.
Nita Ambany says education is not a tool for development, individual, community, and the nation. It is foundation for our future. It is empowerment to make choices and emboldens the youth to chase their dreams.
So thank you so much for being here. We want to hear from you guys. What does community mean to you? Who wants to share? All right. You want to stand up? I'll take your stand.
I wrote that a community is a group of citizens that live in an area that can come together like an extended family.
Anyone else?
Good evening, everyone. Community. It takes a village to create a grand world.
To me, community is a group of people that supports each other.
Community, people in business working together to create a big family.
Community is where we commit to belong, because you can't be alienated if you have decided that you do belong.
I believe community is the same in society as it is in science, where a group of living things who work together to keep each other alive.
Community is us because we all came together to make one community.